Howard with Ashley Howard Teaches, and I'm so excited to bring to you today first grade curriculum that is fun, that's hands-on, that's engaging, that will get your kids motivated to learn and to also love Jesus. So don't forget to stick around to the very end. I'm going to have a lot of Charlotte Mason style books where you'll read aloud and they'll learn by reading and learning also. And if you would like a list of those books, because I have a ton, let me know in the comments below and I will send those to you. So don't forget to hit that subscribe, that like button, so that you don't miss a thing. It helps this channel so much, and I just love you guys. So let's get started. So first, I want to talk about science. So I want to tell you that we have always done Apologia Science, and we love Apologia Science. Don't get me wrong. It's so much fun, so great, so detailed, so God-focused. But I will tell you that I find my kindergarten and first grade, they tune out, they stop listening. So I found something else for the littler ones. I'd say first, kindergarten, preschool, where they get excited about learning about science still, but it still tells about Jesus and it's still fun and exciting. So this one is from Masterbooks. It's called Adventures on Planet Earth. And I love Masterbooks. If you know anything about me, I love their history curriculum, so this fits right in. Now, this is the second level. They have 1, 2, and 3, and these are fun books. They have a lot of experiments. They have a lot of hands-on learning. It's in bite-sized chunks, but it still relates back to God and has some great detailed information. So let me flip through real quick so that you can kind of see for yourself what you think about this book. See how fun and how sweet and how easy it is. We have a little drawing that we can make a picture of. They talk about different animals, different trees. They have experiments a lot of the days, and they just give detailed information and relate it all back to God. There's a maze. So it's really sweet and really fun and really engaging. I'd say preschool through second grade, super fun. Now when I get to third grade, we move to Apologia. It's really detailed. It has great experiments. It has great junior books, and we love that. But for first grade, this is definitely my pick. I started with level 3. I thought the earlier ones were a little too young and a little too easy. So for first grade, I would start with level 3. I just think it makes it more fun, and it's got a lot more information, and I think they're ready to handle it. So I just wanted to add that on real quick in case you were like, looked at the website and you're like, which one did I order? So I also have some books that I love to use for science as well. So let me show you those real quick. So Gather Round has 8 unit studies, and they have all different sorts of topics. So if you go to their website, it's amazing. I love their stuff, but they do have some science-oriented units. So these are great. They last about a month to 6 weeks, and they're super fun and super detailed. So these I love to add in. Now look, see, oh, look at that picture. So they get to draw, they get to do handwriting, they get to talk about habitats, and all while you're reading the teacher's manual and telling them all about these wonderful science facts. And again, it's Christ focused, so they get to learn about the Lord, they get to learn about creation. So we have done oceans, we have done birds. Oh my goodness. Get this one. This one is so much fun. I love oceans too, but there's so many of these guys. And if you love botany, guys, this one was intense. It was so good and so sweet, and they learned so much. They learned to memorize John 15, 1 through 11, and they learned about, they do copy work, they do calendar work, but they learned all about plants and drawing plants and parts of the plants. Guys, this was a great study with great information, so in-depth, so sweet, but it goes day by day, so it wasn't too much for my first grader to handle it all. She loved this book. It was wonderful. So just a quick flip through so you can kind of see some of the pages and some of the things that you do in this book. So I just love this. So another thing we love to use is Let's Read and Find Out Science. So this is a great one. Archaeologists dig for clues. Now these aren't Christ-focused by any means, but they have great information in them. So I love to find different books like this. We also love to find books like this, like these Step 4 into Readings, Volcanoes. So you can find all these different topics on these kind of books. So like I said before, if you leave a comment below, I will list all of these books for you, so you don't have to go through and watch the video and pick them out and write them down, and I'll show you all of those books that we have loved. So this is another great one. So I also love all the books by Lou Giglio. There's science and devotionals together. They're so sweet, and I believe there's 3 of these books, and they're all devotionals, so great. This one is called How Great Is Our God. I bought mine on Amazon. I think they were only like $11, but I wanted to show you real quick and flip through so you can see. So they have a Bible verse, they talk about science over here, and then they apply it to their life through biblical truths. So I don't think you can get any better than that. And then they have a little fun facts at the very end. So it's so sweet. I love these, and they're so bite-sized. They're great for in the morning at breakfast time. They're a great addition. So another one that we have loved real quick for science is Fun with Nature. This is kind of a take-along book where you go through nature and you sketch things out and write things down. It's really sweet and really fun. So they tell you about different animals. Like here's a green anole. It tells you what it does and what it eats, and kind of gives some information, and then it gives you little experiments and things you can do along the way. So this one is really cute. I also love this Usborne Big Book of Bugs. Now, this is not normally I would have picked out, but my son loved this book, and he read more and more about bugs and learned and has these great facts about all these insects. And he wanted to talk about these and look at these all the time. So this was a great book for us. If you have a child who loves bugs, this is wonderful. So I also wanted to show you. So let's move on to history. So don't forget, I have a form with all of great science books, and I have some added on. So don't forget to let me know in the comments below if you want that. So for history, our favorite is America's Story 1. This is by Masterbooks, and we love Masterbooks. So this is a great series. It's so much fun. It takes you through history like a storybook. Like you're coming along for the adventure, for the ride of your lifetime. So we love this one. Let me show you real quick, do a quick flip through. So here's what you will read aloud to them. They have great pictures. They have really great images. And like I said, it's not a boring text. So I look at this one, I might be kind of scared if I were you, but there's so many words for first grade. So that's what I said, like maybe do 1 page, maybe 1.5 pages, and then they don't feel so overwhelmed by it, but it really reads like a story. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. There's also a workbook that goes along with this. Now, we really never use this, but it's great if you need some more practice with writing and things like that. That was just too much for us, and we didn't need any more work in that area, so we kind of skipped that. But if that's something that interests you, then you can leave a comment below, and I can tell you more about that. So also for history, I love to read living books. So let me show you some of our picks for history. Now, I don't want you to get so stuck in that we have to read a history curriculum. That's the only history we can read. So let's say that your child is really into dogs. Okay, so The Bravest Dog Ever, the true story of Balto. It's a story of Nome, Alaska, whenever there was medicine that they needed and they had to use this dog sleds to get this medicine to these people, and it's this whole history story and lesson on this. Now, we don't always think, we think history book, but these are great books. This one was so sweet. Even my preschooler loves this book. So it's really sweet, really simple. They can even practice reading it if they're at that reading level. So it's a great book. So what I want to tell you is have a box of just books for history. Like have a little section in your homeschool that's just fun history books. So like if your child is into baseball, this one is great. Best baseball players. A history of the greatest baseball players of all time. So we don't want to just get stuck in our history books, but we can break out and have fun and learn different things that maybe interest them more than what may be in a history book. So like this Lewis and Clark Expeditions, this one is a great one. It's really in-depth and really sweet, but really fun. So we love this one. Here's another one, The True Story of Pocahontas. And then we have these If You Grew Up With. Now these look really old-fashioned, but they're actually really good and really fun. Another favorite is A Picture Book Of, and these books are really good too. I would order these on Amazon, like the whole set if I could find them. I'm sure they have a lot on there. I love these books. They're great, they're in detail, but they're not too much, and they make learning fun. So that's my encouragement to you. Read your history book, read your American Story 1, so you feel like, oh, I got history checked off, but then incorporate 1 or 2 books each day that are fun, that teach them about history, that are really engaging. So these are my history books. Let's move on to math. We've tried so many different math curriculums, but for first grade, my favorite is, dun dun dun, Horizons Math. So there's 2 books of first grade. This is the second book. We finished it a while ago and we're on to second grade already. So that's why I don't have the first one anymore. I can't find it. I usually save them for you guys, but who knows where it went. So I just want to show you, do a little flip through and kind of show you what you're looking at for Horizons. First grade, now this is towards the end of the year, so if you're not there yet starting off, that's quite okay. So I'll just show you real quick. We have some clocks, we have adding, and we have subtraction, we have shapes, geometry, we have money. So this is great. So by the end, we're all the way over here and they're learning so much about graphs, about adding and subtracting. So this is a great program. First grade for spelling, we love all about spelling. So this one is great. It's very hands-on. It's multi-sensory. You have these little letters. I put a little dice in here for fun, but there's these little letters and you build the words with the letters. Now you can put magnets on it and have a pen and put it on a board. That's a great way to do it. So they spell, they practice spelling words. They learn the rules for spelling so that then we're given a new word, then they know how to spell it already. So we love all about spelling. It is such a good, thorough program. Very rigorous, very thorough, but they have fun with it because they can build their words. My kids love this time. Now, let's say you have a toddler in tow and you're trying to think about spelling and you're like, there's no way spelling's getting done. I have a solution for you because I've been there so many times where I didn't feel like we got spelling done because I had to pull out all these tiles and the baby was crying and we have 5 kids, so I get you, I've been there. So what I like to do on those days is pull out a spelling book where they can just spell. And I found this one on Amazon and it's fun and my kids like it, so that's a great way to practice handwriting and spelling and kind of take the pressure off me if we have a baby crying or we need something fixed in the house or that we need to clean something really thoroughly. So you name it, we've done it. So here's the spelling that we use for that. So this one's called Sight Words and Spelling Workbook, and I just found this on Amazon this year. So it's a great book. See, they write their words right here, they practice them again, and then they write them on shapes. And then this little puzzle, stuff like this. It's just fun. They can do this by themselves. And it gets spelling and handwriting done. Well, if we have something going on and I just need them to do independent work. So this is a great one that we have liked a lot. So if I'm going to do the bulk of my spelling, it's all about spelling, but this is great for maybe 1 day a week or 2 days a week when things are just wheels off and crazy. So I love those spelling programs. I've looked a lot into spelling programs and tried a lot of different ones. So these are the ones I landed on. So let me move on now. I want to show you what we love for writing. Now, writing is a hard one for first grade because sometimes they want to write, sometimes they don't. So I love these. Now, oftentimes, so they have little pictures and they show you how to draw the pictures. And then they have words underneath. Now, a lot of the times I would have my kids draw these pictures and I would say, you can choose to either write what's underneath or you can choose your own story. And oftentimes they wanted to choose their own story. Now, let me make a suggestion for you. Get a list of often spelled words, like words that they use all the time, and they'll have those like on Etsy and different things. Most use spelling words, I guess they're called, and so you put those up so that they don't have to ask you how to spell everything and they can practice their spelling too. So that's great. Now if we're having a crazy day and it's just kind of wheels off, then I just have them copy the sentences and it's great for them to practice writing and looking at the page and looking at spelling. So these are very helpful for writing because they can get they can do art and writing at the same time and do some creative story making. Now let me tell you, I also love these books. I'll Write a Super Sentences by Evan Moore, and they have great writing things. So this one is really fun. So what I love about this is they're learning to use describing words, they're learning to use nouns and verbs, and they're learning to make a more descriptive sentence. So they have to add these adjectives in, add these describing words in, and then they come up with something fun like this, and they can color their picture if they want to too. So these are really sweet, really fun. They tell you exactly what to do, and you write about these different pictures, and you can color them, and then they can make up their own little stories with them as well, and they can be as long as they want. So this is a really fun one. I also love the poetry one. So this is by Evan Moore also, writing poetry for children. Now this you have to kind of do in advance a little bit more to make some copies if you don't want to write in the book. But please don't let that keep you away from this because this one's so sweet. You can do limericks, and they tell you how to write a limerick, and they tell you how to make a haiku. They tell you how to do shape poems. So these are so sweet, and I love looking back on my older daughter's versions of these. Now what I love to do is I like to get a white sheet of paper and have them draw on there these shape poems and write over them, make them look really nice, and you can frame them, and they're such a sweet memory. So these are great books for writing as well. So I love love to do a lot of creative writing at this age. I don't have this big curriculum that I use at this age. As they get older, I do, but not right now. So I just love to make it fun and have them tell their own stories. Sometimes what's great is just to have them tell you a story and you write it for them. Or you write a sentence, they write a sentence. Just take some of that pressure off because they are such good storytellers and they do such a good job. And then as you're going, you can say, oh, can you think of an adjective to make it more descriptive? Or let's think of a verb that describes it better so that we can get a better picture of it. So those are great things to ask them and tell them as they're writing. So let's move on to reading. So for reading, we love all about reading. Now these come with great workbooks, and if you're looking for a video about reading curriculum and an in-depth flip through, I will leave the video up here so that you can click on that and find that. So, but let me show you really quick. This is volume 1, there's a volume 2 and a volume 3, and they go with this great workbook teaching them to read, and I go all through that in that other video that I just talked about. But I just wanted to kind of show you where they start in first grade. So in first grade, look, how fun. So easy, so sweet, and they learn so much so fast. These books are amazing. They have level 1, level 2, and level 3 for this first grade age. I wanted you to see where they kind of end up by the end of the year. And we have longer sentences, and they're such fun books, so great for them. And my kids always go all the way through for All About Reading. We love that curriculum. I can't say more about that. I will leave a link below so that you can find exactly where to go, where to buy this at. So look down below for that. So let me move on. I want to get to our electives because those are always fun to me too. Let's start out with art real quick and then I'll move to Spanish. Now, if you're looking for a Spanish video all about 5 different curriculums that I've reviewed in total, you can see the video up there as well. So don't forget to check that out. But let me show you really quick what we use for Spanish and for art. But we also love Art Hub for Kids. That is a fun website with a guy on there who teaches drawing in like 8 to 10 minutes. It's fun. They love it. All my kids want to do it. Even if they don't like art, they want to do this. So go check those out. They're amazing. But I also love to read about art history, and these are some good kid-friendly books that I have loved. So this one's Vincent Van Gogh, Smart About Art. Now some of them are a little more detailed about art, so you might have to skip something, but they're pretty kid-friendly. But it talks about their different paintings, and it makes it fun and engaging for them. So another one we love is these Katie's Picture Show. So there's a couple of these books with Katie in there, and it's so sweet. It's about a little girl who goes into famous artworks, and she has fun in these paintings and different things happen. And so they're really a cute story, but they tell about the art. So look, you can see she talks to these art pictures and she gets to go inside and explore and talks about all the colors and everything that she sees in these pictures. So this is a great little addition to learn about art. So I have way more. So don't forget to check out that list below that I will leave for you. Leave a comment and I will get that right to you. So let's move on to Spanish. So for Spanish, I love Song School Spanish. I can't shout that to the rooftops enough. It's a great beginner Spanish curriculum. Now, I will be coming out with my own Spanish curriculum, hopefully soon, not too long, but I'm working on that right now, a video curriculum where you will learn about Spanish, your kids will learn about Spanish, it'll be wonderful and great. So don't forget to be looking for that in the future. So let me show you Song School Spanish real quick and we'll flip through it. So here is Song School Spanish 1. Now I don't get the teacher's manual, I do get the flashcards, they're kind of fun, there's a little game that goes with it. These are so fun, but it comes with the CD in the back. So really all you need to buy, I think, is this, and that's all. But it's like $25, I think, something like that on Amazon. Not too expensive at all, but it's great. They have the book 1, and then they came out with book 2 as well. So this is great for beginning Spanish. I love it for that. So I'll show you really quick what it looks through. Don't forget I have a whole Spanish curriculum review up above, and you can click on that really easily. So let me show you real quick. So you learn just a couple of vocab words a week. You learn to write in Spanish. You learn to speak in Spanish. It's wonderful. I love it. It's so fun for them, and they always enjoy Spanish time. So that is a look at our curriculum for first grade. Now, I will tell you, I just put out a video about Bible curriculum. So for Bible, we love our day-by-day kids Bible. You read it in 365 days by only reading 7 minutes a day. Now, I will be honest, we are 2 years in, but we are getting close to the finish line. So It's really sweet. I love this Bible because it speaks in kid language, and it's in, you read about a page or two and they're learning so much in depth about the Bible. So it's really great for that. I also love the kids' Bibles, all those kids' Bibles, so sweet. We love the Beginner's Bible. We love the Jesus Storybook Bible. So those are great for that first grade book too. But if you have multiple ages, this is a great Bible to read to them. We also love our Christian hero books. You might think these would be too advanced for first grade, but my first grader loves to listen to with her older brothers and sisters. But these are great. They're so engaging. It's so in-depth. I'd only read a couple pages a day, especially if I just have a first grader. But if you have older kids, do not miss out on these series of books. They are amazing. And I've seen them at the library too, so check these out. They're great. Well, I hope you enjoyed my first grade curriculum overview. And don't forget to let me know in the comments below if you would like the list of all of the curriculum that I have, plus some extra reading books and different fun things that I have. I would love to hear from you down below. So also, I'll post that like button, that subscribe button. That just helps me so very much. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget that I will be coming out with new videos, hopefully every week, maybe every 2 weeks with 5 kids. You just never know. Thank you so much for stopping in. I will see you next time. Goodbye.